want to win is actually losing. It's crazy. But like you said, as promised, we're gonna get to the first series. The New York Knicks and the Indiana Pacers. Pacers go up 3-1 on the Knicks. The Knicks had home court advantage last time I checked. But they up 3-1. And there's been a conversation around this a basketball community. It is Tyrese Haliburton, a superstar. My boy AJ. I'm gonna take out behind the scene. We talked this morning, and he said, "Hey, yo, Joe, we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it." And I saw AJ in the chat giving high praises for Haliburton throughout the game. Throughout the game, I didn't watch it live. Shout out to the Dallas Wings. Went to a basketball game. Go watch that. I'm gonna go watch that. But while I'm seeing my notifications go, I just see AJ just praising Haliburton, praising Haliburton. So AJ, I'm gonna ask you this first: is Tyrese Haliburton a superstar?
No. No. No, he's not, bruh. And I said respectfully, I know a lot of people was expecting me to be like, yeah, he's a superstar. Yeah, he's this, he's that. I think Tyrese Haliburton is a star in this league. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a star in this league. I think he's one of the best, you can make an argument, top 10, top 15 player in the league currently, especially with the playoff run that he's on. I think you can start to insert him in different categories. But superstar? Remember we was having a conversation about Steph and the GOAT conversation? And we was like, yo, sometimes like a player can be great and they can be top 10 or top 15 all the time. But when you start talking about NBA GOAT, that's rare air, bruh. Like that's Jordan, that's Kobe, that's LeBron, that's, some people want to throw Magic in there, Kareem, Russell. Like that's a different kind of level and stratosphere that Steph not in. He's great, don't get me wrong. Sometimes he look like he could be the GOAT out there the way he dominates games. But when you look at things in its totality, you can't legitimately say he's the GOAT. Joe, when you look at the rest, I'll give you a list of players I consider superstars. Because when I think of a superstar in the league today, I think of a guy that you depend on night in and night out to carry the load. Keywords, night in and night out, not just in the playoffs. We talking regular season as well. Every night, that's the guy. 9 times out of 10, he's the number one option. He's the one feeding everybody, getting everybody involved, right? A lot of times he's a great defensive player. Some of these guys aren't, but a lot of times their offense outweighs their defense. And they have done it for a period of time. Like, it ain't just a 1-2 year thing. I've been doing this for probably 5-6 years. I got Jokic, obvious. I got Steph. I think that's obvious. I know he had a rough postseason this year, but nobody's going to tell me Luka is not a superstar. Luka's in there. I got Jason Tatum in that conversation as well. A champion. I believe he's a superstar. I have Giannis in that conversation. And of course, I have LeBron. Some people might want to throw, KD in there. Some people might want to throw Ant in there. I'll let that be what it is. But when you start, I just listed off 6 players. When you start getting to 7, 8, 9, 10, you can't say those 7, 8, 9, 10 players are superstars, bro. Like that, it has to be a cutoff point. It's like the elite, like top 5 quarterbacks in the league, or let's just say the elite quarterbacks in the league. Everybody not elite, and that's okay. That is okay, bro. Everybody can't be a superstar. What comes with superstars is expectations. Going into this playoffs, who had expectations on Tyrese Haliburton? If the Pacers lose, people talk about the Pacers. They don't talk about Tyrese Haliburton. They talk about the Pacers. When the Celtics lose, who we talk about? Jason Tatum. When the Lakers lose, who we talking about? LeBron and Luka. When the Warriors lose, if Steph is on the court, who's the focal point? Steph Curry. When the Bucks lose, I can't believe Giannis wasn't able to get it done. Half the team might be hurt. I can't believe Giannis wasn't able to get it done. We single-handedly picked the Bucks to beat the Pacers just off the strength of Giannis. I mean, come on, bro. It's just a certain level of expectation and respect that comes with a superstar player, and I can't give that to Haliburton just yet. I know he's having a sensational playoff run, but a lot of people are saying this because of this single, in my opinion, because of this single playoff run, because nobody was saying this. I'll take you back to the offseason. Nobody was saying this in the offseason when Jason Tatum was on the bench of Team USA. Because you know who else is on the bench, Joe? Tyrese Haliburton. But nobody said nothing about Tyrese Haliburton riding the bench. But he a superstar though. Nobody talked about it, right? Right. Anytime the Pacers lost this regular season, nobody talking about Tyrese Haliburton in these conversations. But now that they making this run, now he is superstar. He's a star, and it's not to diminish how great he has been. He's having a sensational playoff run. He's one of the clutchest players in the league. He gets my respect. I never agreed with him being the most overrated player. I thought that was crazy. But superstar, I can't give him that yet. Joe.
Well, you got a super chat.
I appreciate it. Appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat.
All right. You go ahead and read it.
Shout out to the best network. Pacers are unfazed. Here you go. Hashtag who picked the Knicks? That'll be me. Haliburton the best PG in the game. Hashtag AJ a hater. Hashtag don't listen to AJ. Hey, I gotta say how I feel and what I'm thinking, man. I gotta say how it and I know some people gonna take it like that because I have not picked the Pacers in any series. But it's like, if I believed Haliburton was a superstar, I would. I would. Like, yo, all else fails, they got Haliburton. I don't feel that way about him. And I know he's great. Superstars.
It's a big word.
High praise, bro. And I can't give him that just yet.
You got another super chat from Dave.
1998. I'm sorry. 998. AJ 998. I don't even know what that is.
Me neither. I don't 998. I don't know.
998. 900.
I thought it was an inside between you and him. I don't know.
It might be, and it's slipping my mind right now. It's slipping my mind. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's an Anthony Edwards thing. I don't know. I don't know. But he said AJ tell Ant 99.
He said that's the he said that's the Cancun area code.
Oh!
Yo, that's a good one. I'm not gonna lie. That's a good one. I'm still in that. 998. I'm still in that.
Oh man, you just threw that in the super chat. All right, so is Tyrese Haliburton? First of all, AJ, you threw me off with your answer and the way you said it. You was like, no. I was like, oh, I was not expecting that because you brought the question to the table. But I'm going to agree with you. I don't think he's a superstar yet. I think he does have an opportunity to become one this season still. What I said before about this topic was this. I don't think what he does to the Knicks is going to make him a superstar. I think what he does to OKC can put him in superstar category because am I saying that he has to win against OKC? No. But what I am saying is he has to play great against OKC and he has to push OKC. And then you might hear people say a superstar was born in the NBA finals, going into the next. Now the expectations will come because this will be the second season in a row, AJ, that he led his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I know they got swept by Boston. It was a close sweep. Tyrese did get hurt. So there will be talk saying if Tyrese wasn't hurt, maybe they beat Boston because the Knicks beat Boston and they destroyed the Knicks. So that's going to be a conversation for sure. But I don't think he's a superstar yet. But is he having a great start to his career? I would say yes. As a point guard, I do believe he's the best pure point guard in the NBA. I think he is. When I'm talking about distributing the ball, running the offense, and scoring where it need be, he's the best at it in the NBA. AJ, I saw these numbers. It was very shocking to me. Did you know that I'm going to name some historic great point guards, career games with at least 15 plus assists and 0 turnovers? John Stockton got 14. He played 19 seasons. Chris Paul got 13. He played 20 seasons. Steve Nash got 7. Haliburton got 11 in his 5th season, which is ridiculous. And we can't say that stat is watered down due to the era we're in. People turn the ball over all the time with high assists nowadays. Jokic averaging 3 plus assists, 3 plus turnovers a game. Kate Cunningham averaging 4 turnovers a game. Trae Young took all the high assists. James Harden, Westbrook, all those guys have always been high turnover guys with high assists. Did you know Haliburton in these playoffs averaging 9.8 assists a game, which is number one. Number two is James Harden at 9.1. And then also with turnovers per game, Haliburton's at 35th at 1.9.
That is
That's
crazy.
ridiculous. You know, Josh Hart had more turnovers than Tyrese Haliburton. Like he averaged, not half, he averaged more turnovers than Tyrese Haliburton, and he barely touched the ball. So
For some odd reason, that ain't even shocking to me, bro. The way we gonna get to the Knicks in a little bit, but that ain't even that shocking to me, man.
But what
my
about
bad.
Mikal Bridges? He got more turnovers than Mikal Bridges got more turnovers than him. Josh Hart got more turnovers than him. Brunson got more turnovers than him. So like he's 35th in the NBA. Jokic, like I say, Jokic, we all praise Jokic how great of a pass he is. He averaging 3.6 assists. Turnovers a game. And Haliburton's averaging 1 now while leading the league in assists in the playoffs. He had the highest assist turnover ratio in the league this year, 5.5. Number 2 was at 4 something. So he is the best pure point guard. He does have superstar moments with the clutch moments against Cleveland, the clutch moment against the Knicks, a clutch moment against the Bucks. Like literally every series, he had a moment which is clutch. That's why I said if he goes to OKC series and he continue, like if he up his play in the finals, take it to a different level. Like I'm talking about him being the high scoring option, because some people might say, well, Chris Paul was a superstar. Chris Paul became a superstar when he was the third in MVP votes. Like he was third MVP candidate, and he was the guy. When you watch those in the playoffs, Chris Paul elevated his game when he was with the New Orleans Hornets. Yeah. Right? You look at Steve Nash. Steve Nash was a different story. Steve Nash was a back-to-back MVP. I mean, if Tyrese Haliburton was in MVP conversations, we will be saying he's a superstar because expectations will be there. But like you said, there's no expectation. So I think he still has the opportunity to become a superstar this season. But right now, let's just stop. Like you said about Steph Curry, that was a great comparison. We just loosely say, "Oh, KD top 10." Give me your top 10 then. All right. Oh, Steph in the GOAT conversation. Who in the GOAT conversation then? Like, tell me who in the GOAT conversation. So, but a superstar, I would want to. I know this is who I got as superstars. All right, in the league, SGA. Now, some people I would say out of mind. Jokic.
I didn't mention SGA. I forgot SGA.
But I know SGA is in your category.
Yeah. I didn't even mention him. So
I know that. I know that for a fact. Yeah. Giannis, LeBron, but a lot of LeBron superstar though, it's the name.
It's the name.
I don't think LeBron. If we talking about the play, I want to say LeBron superstar because he's always.
But you know what's crazy, and it might be, and not to cut you off, it might be the name. That man was second team All NBA this year. Haliburton was third.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, because he's scoring. That's why LeBron's scoring more than him. That's why.
But my bad. Continue your list.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, you're right. He was second team All NBA. You know, Donovan Mitchell was first team, right?
I believe. I think it's Tatum, Giannis.
Nah, he was second team.
SGA, Jokic. Who am I? I'm forgetting somebody.
The guards were SG. No, he probably was first team.
He
because normally it's Luka as a guard, but Luka was hurt.
Luka was he might have been. Donovan might have been.
He might have been, yeah. But I mean, but it was a record though, most likely. But I want like LeBron's superstar because of who he is, kind of his play, but who he is. But when he loses, we know he can't be the number one option. That's the talk with LeBron. He can't be the number one option on the championship team. If that's the case, then he's not a superstar. But it's the name though. Embiid. Out of sight, out of mind, though. He was out all year. But Embiid is a superstar. I'm sorry. He's a superstar. And obviously, he said Luka. And then, KD, man, I don't know. He might be. I mean, but he hasn't shown in the postseason lately. I'm with you on that.
And the thing about it is, bro, like I said, similar to the GOAT conversation, right? If you say Steph belongs in the GOAT conversation, all right, so then let's have a conversation. Who in that conversation is he better than? Is he better than Jordan? No, he's not better than Jordan. All right. Is he better than LeBron? No, he's not better than LeBron. All right. Is he better than Kobe? If you really know ball, in my opinion. No, he's not better than Kobe. Okay, so why we having he's not better than nobody that we consider the GOAT. So when there's a conversation, it has to be, well, I think he's better than this guy. I think he's better than LeBron. I think he's better than Kobe. I think so. It's really just him and so and so. That's where the conversation comes about.
It's a conversation.
It's a conversation. But If he's not better than none of the guys in the conversation, there is no conversation. And I feel the same way about Tyrese Haliburton. Bro, he not better than Jokic. He not better than Steph. In my opinion, he not better than Luka. I'm not taking him over Tatum. I'm not taking him over Giannis. I'm not taking him over the reigning league MVP right now, SGA. Like, if somebody came to me right now and said I'm taking him over LeBron, I'm not gonna dispute it too much because he's more clutch than LeBron. But like LeBron looks better than him in the regular season. So it's like it's too many. To me, it's too many names, bro. It's too many names that I'm taking over Haliburton.
I don't know,
right
AJ.
now, bro.
LeBron got 1 year when he's a third seed. Everybody forgetting that they had Luka too. Now, don't get me wrong, they were playing well before Luka got there, but he was in the play-in every year. This is how acting like LeBron is. Like, come on, let's relax.
I'm not gonna push too. I'm not gonna push too hard on Bron, cause
Okay.
Cause when I was making my list, I thought about it and I'm like, I know it's the name. So I'm not gonna push back too hard on that from the standpoint of like, you need another, you need Luka to be the number one, and he is more of a star on the court than he is a superstar. So I'm not gonna push back too much on that. But if you're not in that top 5, you're not a superstar in my opinion.
I'm with you.
To
I
me,
feel like, yeah. So Ant, will you say Ant superstar?
I thought about putting Ant in there, but out of respect for the conversation, I decided to leave Ant out, bro.
I like that, man.
I decided to leave. And we're gonna talk about Ant in a little bit. But I decided to just I'm a leave Ant out of the conversation. I personally would take Ant over Haliburton. That's me. That's me. From what he is on both sides of the ball, I personally would do it. But given what we're seeing right now in the playoffs, I'd rather keep it at the 5 guys I know for sure: SGA, Jokic, Tatum, Steph, and Giannis. I'm a for sure. And if you're not in that top 5, and the other guys to me is questionable. For me, LeBron is questionable. For me, Anthony Edwards is questionable. Like,
I'm with you.
It's too much of that. It's too much.
Yeah, the guarantees: SGA, Jokic, Steph, Luka, Tatum, and Giannis.
Basically. Yep. That's what's that 5, 6.
Yeah, 6, y'all. Basically, every year, you know what? Donovan Mitchell was in the All NBA. It was SGA and oh no, it was him. Yeah, who were the 2 guards? Yeah, he wasn't. He was.
SGA, Donovan Mitchell. That makes sense.
Donovan Mitchell, yeah.
That makes sense.
Because SGA and Luka like guaranteed like first team. Tatum guaranteed first team. Giannis guaranteed first team. Jokic guaranteed first team. Him or Embiid.
And he's never been a first or second team All NBA player. You can't be a superstar if you've never been a first or second All NBA. And I just think that people are. He was disrespected so much. People feel this offseason that people are this before the postseason started with the whole overrated thing. That now people want to heap all this praise on him. And I get it, mad clutch, respect, but it's levels and not yet. Got potential, but not yet.
I think he's a superstar, Dave.
Yeah, who? Talking about
Embiid.
Embiid.
I think Embiid is a superstar.
Man.
Because James Harden was a superstar as an MVP.
He was. He was at some point. You know who missing a superstar though? You know who missing a superstar though, bro? The Knicks. The Knicks missing a superstar, bro. The Knicks missing. Notice we didn't mention Brunson or Cat at all in this conversation, man. We didn't mention either one of them cats at all in this conversation, man. Gosh. And it's going back to this conversation. We still on the same series, not the same topic, but the same series. We saw the collapse. We saw the collapse in Game 1. I have my take on it, but I want to ask you, Joe, seeing how the series has unfolded since then, Joe Jordan, JJ, my boy, do you believe Game 1, as crazy as it sounds, cost the Knicks the series?
No. No. Do I think because they lost Game 1, they down 3-1? Yeah, maybe. Right? Maybe. You know, but is that the reason why losing the series? Okay, if we're going to take away the collapse in Game 1, can we take away the collapse the Pacers had in Game 3? Can we do that?
Fair point.
Can we do that? Can we take away the 2 collapses? 3, I should add. Boston had against the Knicks? Should we do that also? Because people, oh no, Joe, it was so historic. No one has ever came back like the Pacers did to the Knicks, where no one has missed so many open 3 like the Boston Celtics did against the Knicks and allowed a comeback. So I'm not going to go that route. And even if the Knicks win Game 1, which I expect them to do win Game 1, because I had the Pacers winning the 6. You know, I still think the Pacers will win this series. Number one, the Pacers are really good at home.
Mm.
Right, they're very good at home. Now I understand they lost a home game twice this year in Game 3, but the Pacers they play really well at home. Number two, the way the Pacers play is it's the complete opposite of how the New York Knicks want to play. Soon Neesmith or somebody hits a three, they up in your face. Soon Haliburton hits a three, they up in your face. They are constantly putting pressure on the ball handlers 24/7. It's to the point now when you watch this series, Brunson don't even bring the ball up for real. You see guys like Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, because they put so much pressure on Taylor Brunson from start to finish. And then on defense, they are going to exploit the weakness. Cat, Brunson, your two best guys, they're getting killed defensively. They're becoming literally it got to a point when Tibbs is like, you know what? I can't play these two at the same time. Let me take Cat out and let me let Brunson do his thing because we won't have one weak link on the court. And let me take Brunson out and put Cat in the game because we got one weak link on the court. So I still think no matter if they won game one or not, they would have lost this series regardless. Now, is it a heartbreaker? Is it an anomaly? Is it like has it ever happened up until now? No, it hasn't. But I can also say the same thing what happened in Boston, and that's how the Knicks got here. And then also the Pacers, it wasn't a historic collapse, but they also collapsed in Game 3 and got it up. So I'm going to say no, that's not the reason why they lost. They are losing the series, and they will lose the series.
I wanna. So they in the comments lighting us up about the Haliburton thing real quick. And I just want to address because I know Dave agreed with this.
Young superstar, I say up and coming.
I think we both agree that these guys have potential to be superstars.
I think that's what he's saying.
I agree, but because Von also earlier in the conversation said he is a superstar to me. Young superstar, yes. Is he a superstar right now? There's no way anybody can convince me that you would take Haliburton over the 5-6 guys we mentioned. Maybe Luka, because everybody not a Luka guy, and I know Von is not a Luka guy. But everybody else in the conversation, there's no way. I don't believe Haliburton is a true needle mover against a real superstar with the team that's just as good as they beat the Bucks, but the Bucks aren't as good as the Pacers, especially if they not healthy. The Pacers got a nice team around him. Now when they play OKC, we gonna see the difference between a young superstar and a superstar, bruh.
I gotta disagree with you.
To me, it's going to be a difference.
I gotta disagree with you. Now, I feel like what makes the Pacers motor go is Tyrese Haliburton. We gotta not. What's the problem with the Bucks is the lack of ball moving on offense. It's a lack of offensive execution without Giannis going one-on-one for real. But you put Tyrese Haliburton over there with the kind of guys, they got shooters over there in Milwaukee. They got guys. Mm-hmm. It's just the way everything is being operated over there is terrible versus how it is in Indiana. Now, the coaching has a lot to do with it. I'm not going to put all on Tyrese Haliburton, but Tyrese Haliburton is that piece that allows this to work. Like we just talked about it. The man got 11 games with 15 plus assists with 0 turnovers. He had no triple-double with no turnovers. That's unheard of nowadays. On no turnovers, on 15 assists and 30-plus points and 10 rebounds. So, Giannis, I mean, the man average, I think he's third in the playoffs right now in turnovers.
Let me ask you a question before I quickly move on. Anthony Edwards, he's now been to 2 conference finals back-to-back. Mm-hmm. Is he not the engine that makes the Wolves go?
I do. I believe that. Yeah.
Better example. Perfect example. Because this is what this reminds me of. Okay. Is Jimmy Butler a superstar? No. But Jimmy has the ability to elevate to that caliber in the postseason.
I think
he can be that.
I think Jimmy's like, if you say he's a superstar, I won't fight you for real. And if you say he's not, I really won't fight you also. He's like he is the reason why, because he goes ghost in the regular season. Like he don't do nothing. But Tyrese, go ahead.
My thing, and I agree. But my thing is, bro, it has to be not only playoffs, it's gotta be all year. For me, I don't feel comfortable starting this conversation just off of what we just saw. I don't feel comfortable off of this playoff run. If we wasn't saying it off, he was better. Statistically, I didn't bring it up. Statistically, he was better last year in the postseason. Nobody said he was a superstar.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody said he was a superstar last year. This year, it's because he's making all these clutch shots. That's
That
got
moment.
everybody like, and he's been big in huge moments, and it's like, oh my gosh. But it's like in the grand scheme of things, bro. I think I just need to see over a course of time him continue to play at this level, not only in the postseason, but in the regular season.
I think
For
Vaughn
me,
said it
for an
right here.
extended period of time.
Vaughn said it right here. First, he said they are young super. This week, secondly, he said they are young superstar, which I believe that if a young superstars, it's like up and coming. It's like okay, they on the rise. And then he said it right here. They just gotta fill up their resume. True, that's exactly what AJ is saying. Like he's saying, like
you got to do it for a period of time. Like
yeah.
superstars earn that name over a period of time.
Now,
Some guys we don't even want to give to. Some guys we don't even want to get a superstar tag to until they win a championship for real.
Now, while Vaughn in the comments, all right, we got to slow our roll because just like the whole Julius Randle thing, we was like, oh, apologize to Julius Randle, and then look at him now. He's terrible. Now we got to do it for a full playoff run for us to say that was he did good in the playoffs. Now we want to call somebody a superstar. He has to have a rap sheet. Like, he has to have like, okay, what's your resume?
Joe, he got to do it with expectations, bro.
With that's key.
He got to do it with,
and that's why Jimmy Butler is lacking superstardom.
Exactly.
Expectations.
It's easier doing these type of things, bro. When you in a way kind of playing with house money, like people not expecting the Pacers to go on these runs. But when you're the guy and they expecting you to go, all right, we know the Pacers going to the finals because they got Haliburton. We know they're gonna make a run because they got Haliburton. That brings on another level of expectation that is hard to maintain on a year-to-year basis. That Jokic, Steph, SGA. Who else did I mention? Tatum, Giannis, that they have to work to maintain every single year, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Every single year. But yeah. I want to move on. I want to move on.
Hey, look, Knicks fans been watching this segment like, hold on, I thought it was about us.
Yeah, it's about y'all. It's about y'all. Did the